I don't like some of the things that I've seen while working here.
What's that supposed to mean?
I believe that there is a certain demographic that is often underserved. So I do my best to counteract that whenever I can.
You mean black people, right?
Andi, how they're treating her, it's just not right.
Oh, trust me, I'm taking notes.
Okay. Because if anything happens to my daughter and her babies, they'll be in hell to pay.
Man, look, it's not an uncommon statement to make by saying that the first 2 episodes of season 9, for the most part, have been well received. I mean, even though I didn't really enjoy episode 1, well, mainly the Tony, Danny, and especially not the Rich and Sabrina stuff, but everything else pertaining to like the hospital narrative with Karen and Fatima, fantastic. And leading into episode 2, which was a major step up in terms of acting and drama and the relatability, sadly, the relatability of Karen's current plight being something that black women have experienced in real life. Heck, during my live stream last week and even reading the comment section on my episode review and trailer breakdown for episode 3 and the review for episode 2, I saw people going, yep, I went through the same crap Karen went through. Thankfully, I didn't lose my baby, but yeah, negligent doctors and whatnot. And the highlight of this particular video being the moment that I posted as the video started was the one nurse mentioning the lack of care that a certain demographic gets, you know, from other nurses and doctors. And right when the nurse left to go page one of the doctors, and I believe Aaron and Miss Lisa stepped out of the room to get some coffee because they knew it was going to be a long night. That's when Lisa looked over to Andi and it's like, Andi, are you hearing all this? Oh yeah, I'm taking notes. And, you know, Miss Lisa makes it clear that if anything happens to her little girl or, you know, her grandchildren, there's going to be hell to pay. And I love how everybody came together on this one. You know, like there was no one person who felt like they were on the opposing side of what the majority felt like. Everybody is rightfully pissed off. Everybody is handling the situation differently. And everybody's using their skills. Like Andi with her legal know-how. Fatima and Danny with their confrontational demeanor, which is needed in this situation to get Karen the bare minimum of what she should be getting as a woman in pain trying to give birth. And I did a little research. Now, keep in mind, this is a fictional show, but the situation is real. And this is the state of Georgia. So, you know, this is kind of a blanket statement to make. I don't have exact numbers, but I did look it up to see, you know, given the fact that Karen did lose one of the children already as a stillborn, and Dr. Vaughn mentioned that the stillborn possibly occurred within the past 24 hours. But even though it is possible the one kid died prior to Karen arriving at the hospital, the lack of medical attention and care, you know, no ultrasound, no pain meds or nothing. And even this Dr. Cruz saying that, you know, oh, give her, you know, let her have birth the natural way without a C-section, despite it being detrimental to her health as well as the other child that's actually alive. Yeah, this will come back to haunt him and the hospital. So, according to Google and several media or medical sites, this is again kind of a broad statement, but in situations of a miscarriage or stillbirth pertaining from medical negligence, which I feel is very applicable to what Karen went through, families can pursue a wrongful death claim against the hospital and the responsible medical professionals. They can seek compensation for various damages, and the amount does vary based on the specifics of the case as well as the state in which the situation occurred. Based on the extent of the negligence and the losses as a result, the payout could range somewhere between thousands to millions of dollars. Now, obviously, regardless of the dollar signs or commas, it won't bring back the child that was lost, but given the situation, like, this isn't a matter of the hospital saying, look, we're sorry, it's because of the blackout. No, you had these nurses and doctor who purposefully did not give a damn, no matter how many times Karen mentioned her pain and what she was going through. Oh no, it's perfectly normal. And no, you have plenty of witnesses there. Fatima, Lisa, Aaron, and the list goes on. And then you have Sabrina overhearing Vaughn and Cruz in the hallway, which is, again, why those kind of conversations shouldn't be, out in the open for anybody to hear, because it's going to come to bite him in the ass. Because, Dr. Cruz made it clear to Dr. Vaughn that he doesn't appreciate some fourth-year resident who is far lower on the totem pole than him stepping on his toes by, checking on one of his patients. And then he got kicked off the case, and Vaughn took its place. That wasn't meant to rhyme, but it kind of did. And yeah, it's like, well, hey, in this situation, Cruz, you can get mad at Vaughn, you can try to come after him, but Andi and Karen's crew are going to come for your ass. Because in the promo for this week, Danny's already threatened him. You better keep your eyes open in the back of your head for the rest of your effing life if anything happens to our friends. So, yeah, Dr. Cruz, this ain't looking good for him or this hospital. And, we had the whole coffee settlement thing for Danny at the airport. Imagine what Andi will take this hospital to the cleaners for her friend, and rightfully so. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think that Andi will help Karen, maybe even Aaron? I don't even... Will Zach be able to jump into the lawsuit as well? I mean, this is his daughter that was lost, so if there is a settlement, how would that work? Would he get any money, or would it just all go to Karen? Because technically he did lose a child too. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But with that being said, thanks so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video.